Facebook, live on YouTube. I'll start out today by doing a little playing on a tune that's come up on our channel here just as of yesterday. Our Spanish love song. So I'm going to improvise on the changes. I'm going to read the changes too, because actually this one's not in my repertoire, but really enjoying this right now. So I hope you do as well. So yeah, we'll start it by doing a little play. I'd love to hear from folks. Just say a quick hello if you can, or ask a question. We'll get started by doing a little playing here. All right, folks, so doing a little playing there on our Spanish love song by Charlie Hayden. Really beautiful tune. There are a bunch of recordings on it by a lot of great players, so definitely check it out if you haven't done that already. And also check out the melody lesson video that I just released yesterday morning. I think you'll enjoy that. It's loosely, I would say, or somewhat based on the, or my reference track anyway, was primarily the Matheny recording. But oftentimes what I do, and this has come up in other live streams where we've talked about, learning tunes and, kind of internalizing, melodies and other things, but is to have a few different references on it, a few different folks that you might like, and maybe try to pull some influence and then take it in your own direction. All right, so a couple things here. I'd like to compile a list of questions and things of interest from folks here on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere, so that I can begin doing a midweek video with question and answer and some playing, some things like that. And so I want to kind of get the ball rolling on that, but I plan to start releasing a midweek video, hopefully at the beginning of 2026. So just kind of maybe talking about things that I'm interested in currently with improvisation and, you know, maybe just general playing and stuff, as well as anybody else out there who's, you know, maybe wondering about certain topics and stuff. So I believe the live stream could serve as a good spot to, you know, get some questions and things that I can work with for that series. So I believe it's going to be like a Wednesday kind of thing. So let me know down in the comments if you're rewatching this, or chat with me here. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. We've been talking a little bit recently on my website about minor. So this tune coming up is a really good one in that respect, because it's a minor tune. And so there are certain things that are typical of tunes in minor that you know, kind of give a little typical motion here and there in the minor type keys. Jeffrey, yeah, good to see you. Yeah, let it snow. I didn't measure it here in Baltimore, but I'm guessing it was about 4 inches, maybe a little more. So kind of a good day for it to snow, or early Sunday morning. As far as, you know, travel and everything, I guess. We got a new dog. Our family I got a dog, 8-year-old Pomeranian. I just heard her kind of bark in the distance there, and so I think she's originally from Mississippi, from what I understand, and so I'm kind of wondering if this may have been her first snow experience. When I took her out this morning, you know, she got a little excited by the sight of it. So, but I think going through it, she went pretty well. But she's, you know, a pretty small dog. So about the same up there in Philadelphia. Sounds cool. So I keep going back and forth between the settings on this humbucker. This, you know, I really like this thicker sound, but it'll go through this one. It's kind of a thinner sound. It just seems like it sits a little better with the like backing tracks and rhythm sections and stuff. So I did switch that over for the most recent video, and I think it sounded pretty good. So, but that's called, I forget, parallel and series, let me know. And then it does single coil as well, but I never used that one. Maybe I should try to use that more. Definitely quite a bit of a thicker sound. I have been getting an occasional little static thing going on, so I'm not sure if that's, kind of hearing it now, but I'm not sure if that's just monitoring or... but maybe I'll go through with sort of the thicker humbucker setting here on our Spanish love song, improvising over it here. Thanks for joining me today. All right, do a little playing. All right, folks, so our Spanish love song by Charlie Hayden. Do a little improv on that. Check out the latest melody lesson on our Spanish love song. So some recent tunes I've released maybe a week and a day ago. I released Mele Kaliki Maka. So that was a really cool one. I've been sharing that with some students and getting some good responses on that. And it's a fun one to do, to play harmonic pairs and sixths and thirds and moving that around. So I hope you got a chance to check that out. I am thinking about changing the thumbnail somewhat to more like a Christmassy theme. So it is a Hawaiian Christmas tune. I think I mentioned last week I learned a little bit about Hawaiian guitar and the origins of the country, kind of lap steel and all that. I actually didn't know that it had its origins in Hawaii. So that was kind of a cool thing to learn about. But a good way to work on intervals as well. The sixths intervals, third type intervals. So kind of a cool little thing, I think, to do. I'm happy that I got to do that. I kept thinking about this tune and wanting to do something on it this year. I try to do at least one Christmas tune per year, and so I like the approach of doing the sixth. I think it stylistically works. Sixth and thirds and stuff like that. So, all right, perhaps we'll do a little playing on Tune Up, which is another chord melody that I put together a couple of weeks ago. So let's maybe go over this tune a little bit. So we've got a series of 2/5s, 2/5 in D, 2/5 in C. So it's kind of going around a circle of fifths, but it's like skipping over from 2 sharps to no sharps. And then a 2/5 in the key of 2 flats. We have just kind of embedded 5 of the flat 6 here. Last time we were having some questions about the going from the major to the minor. So that's another thing to just kind of consider here. Just going from a D major 7 to the D minor 7, that becomes a 2/5 in a chain of 2/5-1s. All right, let me check a couple of things here. Okay. All right, so we'll do a little playing on Tune Up. Okay, so one question that came up. Hello, Sabran. How are you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. One a question came up, which I actually did incorporate here. A question that came up from last week was, can you put or maybe it was more of a statement, I don't remember, but can you put a like the altered scale in front of some of those two chords. So yeah, I did exactly that a little later on here. We'll play, let's say, our C major 7, and then you can place a little chord progression that's not actually what the rhythm section is doing, but you can place it in there. So that's commonly referred to as superimposing changes. So you take something like a dominant, and then it becomes the 5 of the two chords. So it gives you a little extra tension. So that's a little something that we can do on these progressions. But you can really do quite a lot with that. And this tune is an area where you can really stretch out on that, partly because of a lot of the groundwork has already been done for us. Coltrane took quite a few of Miles Davis tunes and Charlie Parker tunes and others, and rewrote them with his kind of Coltrane, I think sometimes referred to as Coltrane Matrix or Coltrane Changes. So on this tune, the equivalent is the countdown. So where it goes kind of. So that starts to sound, a lot more, it's kind of weaving through these different changes, rather than kind of playing just straight on the changes of the more like straightforward. So so that's kind of a cool thing to do too, where you can study those Coltrane changes and get into some of those ways of weaving in and out outside of the changes to create a little distance and tension and interest. So those changes would be, and I'm just playing like one segment of the tune. E minor 7. Just playing shell voicings here. F7 to B flat, major 7 to D flat 7 to G flat, major 7. And then going back. So let's see. So that then you can kind of hear it sounds very similar to like giant steps and stuff. So that's a pretty cool approach to take, where you can try to get outside a little bit on it, and then you would even in the original chord progression, it kind of hints at that almost. So it's just like a small part of it, so you could do, right? So you get the 5 of the flat 6, you get the 5 of the 3, and then of course you can do that in C as well. Right. So maybe maybe I'll play on this tune a little bit again and see if I can venture outside a little bit into some of those elements, at least here and there. Let's play a little bit. Have a little tea. I've been a little bit under the weather this week. I think I'm coming around though. Don't want to jinx it, but I think I'm starting to come around. It was just kind of slight towards the end of this week, and so having a little tea here with honey. Normally I don't, but find that honey does seem to help. Maybe just coat the throat or something. I don't know. All right, little plan. So let me turn up my volume a little bit so I can hear a little better. So exploring around there a little bit, it gets a lot more dissonant. So so some things to maybe be aware of there, but exploring that sound a little bit, and hopefully that gives folks maybe just a little idea of what you might expect exploring those different sounds and all that. So yeah, let's continue maybe reviewing a few of the recent tunes we've done. We did a couple chord melodies here recently. We had Beautiful Love. We had, of course, Tune Up, which we just talked a little bit about. And Georgia on My Mind. So quite a few chord melodies. And then we had our harmonic pair arrangement on Malakaliki Maka. So let's do a little improv on Beautiful Love. So beautiful tune, generally kind of medium. But before we start playing, please do like and subscribe. Spread the word. If you're on any forums or anything like that, I'd love to hear what folks are interested in and all that. And of course, if you'd like to point some folks in the direction of our channel, we've got a growing number of tunes, melody tunes, and working on putting together more and more improvisation-based playing. So send folks in our direction, and we do have our other resources for if you've been watching for a while and interested in some of our offerings here. We do have a members site, and you can start that with a free 14-day trial right now, and you can also set up a consultation if you like, and I can kind of point you in a good direction. All right, so let's do a little playing on Beautiful Love here. Hold on. All right, so a little playing there on Beautiful Love. Really great tune, a lot of fun to play on. Hope you enjoyed the chord melody video from a few weeks ago. And as I said, we've been discussing some of the nuances of playing in minor recently, so a little bit of a current theme. So maybe I'll discuss a little bit of the basics on that. But check out our newsletter, email newsletter, and when you join that, you'll get a free access to our Foundations course. And that's really important, for being able to flow over the neck, with ease. So check out that foundations course. Link to that down in the description below. And then you'll be connected also with some lessons and stuff. So I give a few excerpts from my member area. If you're just kind of getting started with jazz tunes and playing, whether you're coming from a different genre or just kind of always been interested in jazz or something like that. I think you'll enjoy that. So do take part in that, and do have a little bit of Substack going as well. So if you prefer that platform, check that out as well. All right, so I'll be hanging here for about another 10 minutes, something like that. Trying to take it easy today. I want to get hydrated and rested and kind of get back on the guitar stuff on Monday. So thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Sarabon. Much appreciate the support. So yeah, this has been fun to do some playing here, and like I said, I'm gonna start a midweek series. I think probably in early 2026, so which is not too far away. Couple weeks or a few weeks. This week I'm holding a recital for my local students, so I'm excited about that. That's always fun, and we do play a variety of music. Folks play even different instruments. I've got some ukulele players, some guitar players, of course, and one banjo player. Funny story. I was playing in a big band many years ago now, and they wanted to do kind of an old-timey type tune, and so I think I've told the story before on the channel, but I was like, oh, I don't know. They're asking me if I can play banjo. I'm like, not really. And so anyhow, I found someone who would lend me a 4-string banjo, and I'm like, what do I do with this thing? And then they're like, well, just tune it like the top 4 strings of the guitar, and then just kind of like play in that kind of style. And so that worked out really well. So and yeah, kind of fun too. But think about the guitar as electronic instrument these days, and but there was a time not so long ago where it wasn't electrified, but people love the sound of guitar, and so it seems like this issue was like really being forced along the way, because guitar is such a quiet instrument, but people love the sound of it, so trying to incorporate it into the an ensemble was really hard at one time, but now we're electrified. Okay, so let's do one more, just kind of jam here. Um, Not really a jam, I guess, but just like a little improv on our Spanish love song, which yeah, I'm currently learning this as well. Haven't played this tune, so right now I'm kind of getting more familiar with the changes of it. I really love the melody. It's very cool. It's very unique, and I don't know. I really enjoy putting this together this week. So highly recommend learning this tune, or at least listening to it. So we gotta do a little more playing on this, and here we go. I think everything's set up okay. All right. Yes, that's right. I think you're right. I think you're right, so, Brad. Um, that's kind of how I did the rhythm section. Yeah. Um, with the chord things. Um, and I was listening to the Matheny recording, and um, it's it's basically I'm sure folks are probably fairly familiar with this, or maybe familiar with this tune, but the rhythm section is basically bass, and then I don't know if it's overdubbed guitar, if Matheny plays the rhythm guitar and everything. Um, but yeah, I do have, what was that one tune that I do have a tune, I think, on the channel. I'm trying to think about what it's called. Um, that I did as a bolero. Um, too. I'm kind of drawing a blank on the name. It's a fairly famous tune, Mexican tune. But yeah, that's how I kind of did the rhythm section and kind of that treatment. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me a little bit today. I appreciate it. If folks are checking this out on replay later in the day or later in the week, yeah, leave a comment down below. I'm keeping up on my comments. I'm checking them at least daily. So let me know what you are into, or just, of course, say hello. Like I said, I'm planning to launch this new weekly midweek, which would be a very casual, just playing and talking about maybe talking about different players and lines, and just something to folks for almost a little more like entertainment, but still educational. But something maybe to contrast a little bit my regular lesson videos, which are pretty structured. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks for joining me. One little thing that I did there, I think after the first chorus, switched over here to the other humbucker setting. So that's kind of a cool way to make a change to your tone a little bit in a way. So just a thought there. All right, folks, I will see you all next time. Have a good one.